Start streaming. Waiting for the stream to catch up. Excellent connection. Okay, Joey, I'm going to cut over to us. We are now live on the YouTubes.
Man, our last episode, the views were, November 10th was 193.
It happens every once in a while. We get a really good number.
The last two episodes we've... Oh, everyone heard that now.
That's okay. You can mute your thing.
Muted.
What's up, Kyle? We are live, getting ready to kick off the podcast and the recording. This is the pre-show show. Welcome,
You should see my advertisements I get from West Marine. Shows me a Camp Chef grill and then a pair of thongs. I'm taking a picture of this. Sponsored.
Okay,
I assume it's a bikini
Hey,
bottom.
Sean, what's up, buddy? This is a pre-show show. We haven't actually started yet, so we're getting ready to kick it off. How's the sound and video quality out there? We're doing some new stuff here, and we'd love to get a little early feedback. Sean, Kyle, if you guys have anything.
Sean Kyle.
Shout out, Trebek. I got to stop that.
I wasn't at Trebek kick last week, and no one. Luckily, no one yelled at me.
Now I am. Kyle said sounds good, so I think we're good. Are you ready to go, buddy?
Always ready.
Hi, everybody. I'm Brian.
I'm Joey.
Welcome to the Maryland Fishing Line, episode 27. Today is Tuesday, November 24th, 2020. This podcast, Joey, what do we talk about here? We talk about fishing throughout what? The great state of Maryland. That's what we do. You keep looking at me like I was expecting you to answer. I'm sorry.
Was this a Chesapeake Angler or the Maryland Fishing Line?
So the Maryland Fishing Line is a production of the Chesapeake Angler. The Angler
The
magazine,
Bay,
Chesapeake Edition.
is an estuary. We have 7 states included in the Chesapeake Bay
Really?
watershed.
Oh,
So
the watershed, yeah.
we don't want to limit us.
No, it's. I don't say the watershed.
I was just.
You just messing with me?
We done fixed it though. Ted said.
Yeah. So we're in a different location. Kyle has noticed it. That actually, I'm in the same room as Joey, but his camera for some reason is a lot brighter. We are doing things a little different tonight. We have connected directly via Ethernet cable to the router, so that we should have less streaming issues with regards to the quality. The last one we did, Brian totally messed up the audio.
Ted says I am louder right now, though.
You are louder
than
me?
Yep.
Okay. Well,
Not bad, though.
I don't know what that's all
Maybe
about.
I'll just quiet down a little bit.
I can dial you back a little bit and bring you backwards. I think that would help just a little bit. Anyway, I am a little dark, but it's funny because I'm in the same room as Joey. He's just on the other side. And I think the light is a little different, and the camera might be set up a little different.
I'm just a brighter person.
And maybe that's it. Your personality is coming through in all of that. I don't know. So the Maryland Fishing Line, as we discussed, is a production of the Angler magazine, Chesapeake Edition. Tonight we're going to talk about our fishing report. We're going to have our own weekly fishing adventures, which for me consists of pulling a boat. And, of course, we're going to do this or that. I think I've got some really good this or that's lined up this week.
Like a tugboat?
What? No. Okay. Before we get too deep into all of that, I do want to send a shout-out to all of our sponsors. Waterfront Marine in Edgewater, Maryland. They are a dealer in Robalo fishing boats, Chaparral pleasure boats, and Bennington pontoon boats. You can find out more about them and from them on their website at waterfrontmarine.com. JMJ Fireworks. I'm off my game, Joey.
Yep.
I don't know what it is.
Modern Air HVAC in Mechanicsville, Maryland.
Well, I never even got through JMJ Firearms in Mechanicsville, Maryland. Modern Air HVAC in Mechanicsville, Maryland. Robin Cavallaro, Remax One, a fine and outstanding real estate agent. Stoney's Kingfishers in Solomons, Maryland. Scotts Cove Marina in Deal Island, Maryland. Huntingtown Automotive in Huntingtown, Maryland. And Eat Chesapeake in Dunkirk, Rosehaven. And Bowie, otherwise known as Chesapeake Grill. Some fine food. You're going to find links to all of those folks in our show notes or in the show description. Make sure to let them know you heard about them here. Got through it after I got into my game. So we are doing stuff a little bit different. Good to see that the live stream is working. And off we go. Let's take a look, Joey, at what's going on around the state before we do anything else. Rockfish and white perch lead the charge once again this week. You're going to find a decent largemouth bite in some of the local ponds and impoundments. Yeah, there's still a good largemouth bite going on. Chain pickerel are starting to turn on nicely.
Oh, yeah.
Water flows in the trout streams should equal some great fishing. Joe, you want to look at rockfish?
I don't have any down here.
You don't have any show notes?
I think you said look at them. Just me being me. Rockfish are pretty easy to find right now as they schooled up near.
We confuse each other every once in a while.
Yeah,
so that's
it
okay.
works. Well, you want to go upstairs? I got fish paintings. I got fish drawings. You know,
It's
it
a
is
part
what
of
it is.
It's the charm. It's the
Yeah,
charm.
we could run an Ethernet cable right through the ceiling.
You can punch a hole right through
Actually, we could. Oh, that'd be fun. We need like 100-footer. We can chuck it from the window on the 3rd floor down and run it right through here. We could actually do that.
it. Okay, let's do that.
And then we could
I don't
record
know.
up in the. It's
I don't know. We'll do whatever
That's
you
the
want to
Beat
do.
Lab.
This
that's
is
like my little
your
man
house.
cave.
We'll record wherever you
But
want to record.
it's the whole 3rd floor of my house. Rockfish are pretty easy to find right now as they schooled up near River Mouse and just about everywhere in the bay, mainly the chop tank right now. Look for fish along the channel edges, suspended in 25 to 30 feet of water. Trolling and jigging are working equally as well. Some 40-inch ocean fish are around, but the bigger of them is still to come. Maybe we've kind of killed them all. If you stumble upon some, should I have said that?
No.
Have you looked at science? They all go.
Science.
Have you looked at science?
Science.
If you stumble upon some breaking fish, they will probably be small, but offer a great catch and release fun.
So your perch have gone deep. You're looking for perch in 30 feet of water or more. The best thing to do is look for them on a fish finder before you start fishing. Find your school of fish because they're pretty easy to mark. If you're looking for 30 to 40 feet of water, you're looking for hard bottoms, and then you're looking for the fish on the finder. Once you find them, it's game on. You can jig them up or just throw some top-bottom rigs with some bloodworm. I heard a report, I think it was the one that came out of Tackle Box. Ken said that there was a charter boat out in the river that caught like over 300 white perch with an 8-inch cull, and I think they only ended up keeping 25 fish.
So at what point in time do you need 300 perch?
Well, I saw people, we talked about that. We saw people doing that with a spot over the summer where they would literally go out and fill up one of those big igloo coolers, and they had 300 to 400 spot.
You got your Yeti 110,
yeah.
whatever that song is,
What are you
instead
doing?
of fill it up with perch.
What are you doing with all those spot? I don't.
How do you have time to clean all this?
Exactly. Although a spot is a pretty easy fish to clean, but you're not you're not filleting it. You're actually still having to do all the things to it. But I mean, I like good spot. I think spot's a good fish to eat. So anyway, there we go.
The largemouth. Brian just said there's largemouth to be had right now. Largemouth are holding now along drop-offs, picking up bait fish moving near deeper water. I got it right that time. Everything is moving towards deeper cover, though.
Yeah, so you're looking at all the little minnows, all the little bait fish, all the little crayfish. They're all like scooting their little butts down towards deeper cover, and those fish are sitting right on those ledges on those drop-offs, picking them up. For snakehead, be on the lookout for a few warmer, sunny days, and you might find some active fish working some shallow water. Live minnows under bobbers is going to be your best bet. So if you get like a window of time where you get 2 or 3 60-degree days.
We've been getting those, too.
Yeah, and that last day, you're going to probably find some snakehead moving. And, I know that you're talking about how you've got them in your creek now.
Yeah.
I am not sure.
We've had them in our creek, but they were way back.
Yeah.
Now they're coming up.
I also think, too, it's because with the water, the salinity's high right now. I can't put those two things together. I can't quite understand.
Is the salinity high? I feel like with all the rain and runoff and...
Well, okay. I know this time of year, the salinity typically
Yeah.
pops up. But maybe what you're saying
it's
is
been
with
dumping.
That,
I didn't know if with the amount of rain we've had, and that's why I've seen them lately.
That makes sense. Got it.
Or they're evolving.
Got it.
The catfish. Find the bait, find the catfish, fresh cut bait, clam snouts, night crawlers, chicken livers, all make good baits.
Anything that stinks.
And basically any type of water right now, you probably catch a catfish. So, crabs are off. This is the last week of crabs.
Last week
isn't it
gone.
December 1st, next Tuesday?
They extended commercial season.
Is it the 15th, or does it go further into?
I don't remember the exact date, but I mean, I think your recreational guys we're done.
Yeah,
we're
I haven't been seeing the normal guys in the creek.
No,
Everyone's pots are pulled, clean in the neighborhood.
Yeah,
I'm all around the creek.
I took the pressure washer to the pots, got them all buttoned up, got the keeper put away, got everything kind of buttoned up. I turned the water off at the pier. Everything's buttoned up.
You clean them off better than you clean yourself.
I do, or especially on my kayak.
Yeah, your kayak.
We'll talk about that in a minute.
Oh, jeez.
Do you want to go first? Because you actually fished this last week.
I did, but every episode I say this, and I should keep a journal. I don't know how many times I fished. I think I only fished once or twice.
That's once or twice more than I did this last week. I didn't fish at all last week.
I don't remember.
I know you fished at least once.
I know I fished Sunday morning.
Yeah, because that was a day that you were like, I'm getting up early and going, and I was like, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I texted you, and you
like,
said,
yeah,
no, ride my bike. I did this last episode, though. Last episode, I fished 4 or 5 times that week. Because I've been doing all the early mornings, but I actually slept in a little bit on Sunday. So I went out like 7 to 10:30 on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
And same thing, you look at the tide chart, and the tides are so whack right now.
Yeah, they're running super low.
Because me and my neighbor Steve were going to go fish the nuke plant or run to like marker 72, go really far south, have a somewhat long day, but then small craft advisory winds, even with this bigger boat. They went out and got beat up and didn't do so hot. I stayed in the creek and actually had a really slow morning. The wind did pick up, and I get to the spot that I've been playing around with now that I have my Garmin on. And I was telling my dad in the car the other day, we were going up to Annapolis again. I found a lot of structure on this drop-off in the area over in the creek. I always catch fish when I go to it.
Yeah.
And I was sending you the pictures. They're those fat, like 15 to 18-inch fish that you think you have a way bigger fish on, and they're a blast, and I'll take it.
Yep.
My problem with fishing the creek over the last few weeks, though, is the leaves are killing me.
Yeah.
Holy cow. It was starting to get really annoying, especially in that one spot. It seemed like all the leaves were coagulated.
Well, that's what's going on.
It's just
So the same. So think about those leaves being bait fish. They're getting drawn into that spot, which is that's
and I'm not exaggerating. Like that spot is just everything's coagulated right there.
Yep.
And if you can get, I'm still throwing like 3. I don't know. The smallest GI jigs they make, which is on a 2/0 hook, which is still big.
Quarter ounce.
No, my quarter ounces are those little ones I fish. These are, I don't know what they are.
Half ounce.
The 4-ounce paddle tail or 4-inch paddle tail. I bought more of those.
I loaded.
I keep
up
finding them. I just got bags and bags. Jess might yell at me.
I loaded up on them a few weeks ago.
And that's just been my go-to. So I feel bad because I was hardcore on my fly rods again, but lately with the amount of wind we've had and the leaves, it's really hard. And there's parts of the creek that I've been trying to fish that total debris free, but I'm not catching any fish in there.
Yeah, well,
like I covered a lot of water the other day. On Sunday, I'm trying to remember what other. Maybe I didn't. I don't know. It doesn't matter. But it's still. It almost feels like the time is almost up for fishing the creek and the river, and I think maybe that's the mentality of. I told you I was kind of excited to ride my bike the last few days, but the weather and I've been smoking I smoked a lot of food.
Yeah.
I got my smoker. People on this podcast might like it more than the bike, but I got my smoker back running Friday night, and it's been rolling every night since.
Yeah.
So I did roast beef and brined a turkey, and I did pork chops and chicken, and everything's been on it.
This is so easy, isn't it? So much fun.
I love it. And I got the nice. And this is the first time I've been smoking since I moved to this house, and I got a nice patio set up. I got the lights outside, so it's easy. I'm building the bar counter over here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I got part of it mocked up, and then I'm gonna do another one here. It's really nice. It's really nice having like my food over there, and I could put on my table or stuff on that.
We could do an outdoor podcast one night. Now that we're
now
we're roaming all over.
We can roam everywhere. That's gonna be a bar and stuff. Also, it's a place to get my food ready.
Nice.
So I was hoping. I guess the big thing I was hoping, we were looking for big speckled trout, like gator trout are supposed to be in certain areas of the bay right now.
I've seen some pictures of some over in like Tangier, and
there's some closer to home than you think. I found out.
Really? Okay.
I won't say it on here. I'll probably get in trouble.
No. Don't say it.
So
I will.
I was hoping. Wasn't me. I was hoping to bring some of those home and just throw them whole. Well, cut the heads off. Clean them and put them on the smoker pretty whole.
Yeah.
I really been wanting to do that. So that's been it. Like I said, we're starting to prep your kayaks. It seems like, and we don't have them yet. I did the big Yak Attack order.
So
I ordered way more by the time I asked all the people I knew.
When should I talk about what it is that I'm getting ready to do?
So I don't know if it's up
We
to
haven't
you.
really talked about it yet.
I do want to announce. I found, was it after last episode or the week before?
Mhm.
Cabela's has a really good sale on the Garmin Striker 3 with Clearview
It's a 4.
done
Striker 4.
Striker 4.
Clearview.
for $150.
The Striker 4 Plus with Clearview. I bought 3 of them.
Yes. I told my dad yesterday I need to send him the link. My neighbor Steve that got the Slayer, he must be getting it because I ordered him a Yak Attack mount and I sent him I sent him the link for Dakota Lithium to buy the battery and the charger. It was like $100 with both for like a 7 amp hour.
Yeah.
So he has everything except for the unit. And I think I assume he's getting a unit now. I also made I learned a big mistake when I did all this when I did the Yak Attack order.
Uh-huh.
So my Striker 7, I think I have.
Uh-huh.
I have the flat base on it.
Right.
Also has that small round base. It looks weird on it. But I took the universal Yak Attack base and I punched holes in it. And I actually have the screws screwed through, and I need to replace it with bolts soon.
Which ones did you get for me? You got the round base.
I got the ones that...
Yeah, are designed for the 4.
Yeah. But they also have that same mount the 4 uses for my 7.
I see what you're saying. Okay.
The whole time I could have bought...
You could have avoided all that other stuff.
Well, I do like the big... I feel like it supports it more because it's
a big unit. You have a big unit, Joey.
Thank you. Actually, I feel like it's the size of my computer. I should go pull it out here in a second.
You could actually run. I swear, I think you've got Netflix on that Garmin.
I feel like I could. I've actually the last thing I'll do on that because it's got the charts. It's got the quick draw maps. It doesn't have
the
full
quick contours.
Quick contours.
Yep.
And I've been half the times I've been out. I've been paddling certain areas that I don't normally go just to record
just to
that.
Get the contours.
Yeah. And someone brought it up, but the Striker 7 and a couple of the other series in that line, like the Clear, I don't know if it's, I think even the Clearview and the side scan don't have memory card slots. They have built-in memory.
Okay.
And it's got a lot of storage, and I barely have filled it up.
Well, I know that the little Striker 4s say that they will plot 2 million acres.
That's a lot of water.
That's a lot of water.
Yeah.
That's a lot of water.
Especially if you don't know what you want to do, you just...
Yeah. I'm
Can you download... So I'm not too big into the tech stuff. This might be a Jerry
I
question.
know exactly what you're saying because I've thought about it a million times.
Like,
can
can
I
you
get the contours on one and
then down
push them
because
over to
there's
all
the
the
whole My Captain app.
Yeah.
Captain My Captain, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Active Captain.
Yeah.
And I've only started playing around with this because I can sync it and I don't actually know.
Yeah, we're on the same wavelength, and I haven't seen anything where it does it, but I haven't gone too deep in it. Deep. So, I want to. While you're looking for that, I'm going to catch
That's a
up.
good winter project.
I'm going to catch up in the live stream. Sean said, "Who the hell would want to catch that much perch?"
Yeah,
exactly. Although with kids, if you got like 8 kids on a charter, and actually I can see that's not actually a high volume of fish. Kyle picked up a smoker this week, so that's going to be like the 3rd podcast. Aren't we going to start a smoker podcast here pretty soon? We're just going to be at Joey's house every night.
I don't think everyone realized. I don't think Jess realized it till recently, but I haven't had my smoker since I moved.
Okay.
Well, I've had the smoker. I've been waiting the grates, and then every time I go to order them, they're out of stock, and
Right.
I found an aftermarket place. But when I had my camp chef the last few years, I was cooking everything on it.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
You can cook everything on a
you
smoker. Yeah.
My poor other grill sits right next to it. I've been using the crap out of that. Now it's just going to sit covered.
I've discovered smoked hamburgers.
I love smoked hamburgers.
Dude, this is so
Jack
so
up
good.
the thing for like 400 degrees, let it sit for 20 minutes.
Now, Jess must have just turned on West Wing upstairs because we got a smooth streaming error message. So you have to plug
She
me
should
in.
be asleep.
I'm kidding.
Oh,
Sean said wants to come over for a fishing line buffet at Joey's place.
I don't even know what that means.
I don't know what it means either, but
I'm about that.
I think it's funny when everybody says they're going to come to Joey's house. There's plenty of room here. You can kind of spread out. We could have a socially distanced buffet smoker party, whatever.
Actually, so my dad was talking. I guess we should do it in the springtime. Who knows where Kevin's going to be?
He's not in the live stream. I'm looking for your dad.
I don't know. He might pop in. Hell, I want to try
Oh, dude,
smoked bluefish. Smoked bluefish dip.
That is legit the only way, in my opinion, to eat a
I
fish.
probably would have kept fish this year had my smoker been working all summer.
I smoked bluefish. You're making me hungry.
Oh yeah.
Woo.
I guess when I say working, I didn't have grates or heat shield, which I have now. Oh man, I want that.
Now I want smoked bluefish.
I wonder
Thanks,
if Captain
Kyle.
Smith's has any bluefish
Thanks,
just sitting
Kyle.
around.
Jeez. No, they didn't. I didn't see any today. I was in there today.
I mean, you know how much they were selling striper a pound for? Oh, this is general.
$18 a pound.
Yep.
I had no idea that fish went for that much money. Well, one thing I know, you got Captain Smith's, we're going to give them a little plug here. They have legit, like, really fresh seafood. That
Oh, I've always loved Captain Smith's.
good stuff
Yeah.
that comes out of there.
Um,
So if it's high dollar, it probably means because.
oh
it's,
no, yeah, and
it's
I'm just
good
saying
stuff.
that's
Yeah.
just I assume market price right now.
Yeah.
I don't, and you were saying it before. I don't know if people are aware because a lot of people don't know, like their seafood
They have a fry
baskets.
basket. Yeah.
They have like 10 different things to pick from.
I had fried oysters.
Yeah, I had
today
those Saturday.
with tots.
Yep.
Delicious. Dipped them in a little hot sauce. Oh God, I'm making myself hungry.
I know.
again.
I had the clam
It feels-
basket. You said you wouldn't eat fried clams out, but
I don't want to eat
the
those.
clam basket was good. The oysters. I've had the soft shell lunch sandwich there.
They didn't have soft shell today. We got some stuffed ham today, and some oysters for some oyster stew. That's going to come up again a little bit later.
So my dad did bring over a ham for me to. I'm gonna smoke it. I'm gonna do like this apple wood glaze thing on it.
Because with a ham, it's already cooked.
It's already
right?
cooked. You're just infusing some
you're
flavor
just-
in
you're
it.
just popping it in there
Oh,
and
yeah.
giving it a little bit. My son-in-law does that a lot.
We
too.
could have a smoking podcast.
I'm telling you, it's not far away.
No offense, our crowd on this podcast is more oriented. We probably have some
Oh,
people
no,
on
I
the
would bet you.
bike podcast that'll be, but
Yeah. Yeah,
Um,
our worlds, I think, probably cross over a whole lot
yeah.
more than people think.
Um,
Sean said smoked cheese is good.
Oh,
What
I
would
forgot
you,
cheese.
What would you do with
I
this?
heard smoked cheese was really good.
I know you were trying to get me at one point to do the
Yeah.
mac and cheese in the smoker.
Oh yeah, you haven't
But-
done that yet?
No, I haven't done it yet.
Oh man, I'm gonna get
Um,
you a Stouffer's for that. My
I-
dad
I-
taught me how to do that.
I guess you just put the smoker on smoke setting and let it kind of infuse the cheese and let it get soft.
So
and-
basically, I always did it
not a
when
heat
I was
thing?
doing. I used to always do like, I love split chicken or like chicken thigh leg combos, and while you're doing it, just chuck it on there.
just throw up
An hour or two.
but doesn't it melt?
Nope.
Interesting.
Just take the wrapper off, or you get no smoke flavor.
Take the
And then everyone's like, "Huh, it tastes good,"
It's
and then they
just
look at you weird
cheese.
and like, "Oh, "There's no smoke flavor."
Just cheese.
Anyway, I did do that. It's pretty much a roast beef, but it was that Baltimore pit beef the other night. That was a good sandwich today.
Nice.
We're really off of fishing.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah, but
So, you want me to go? You want me to kind of?
Oh, yeah.
This is the first week that I have not fished in like.
oh, you actually
serious-
didn't fish.
I didn't fish at all this week.
I didn't see any of those mean mug shots. Where like,
No. Yeah. Well, I can't smile because I don't have teeth. I did go down though, and I worked at the boat. I pulled it up off of the pier, brought it back up the hill, started the process of cleaning it up. I didn't get very far, but it's still there. It's ready to go. Brought it up to the barn, put it away. I do think I want to get out and do a little bit of pond fishing before it all shuts down too hard.
I want to fish St. Mary's Lake.
You know what? It's not going to be till January. I guarantee it. They're not going to have that parking lot done. I don't know what they're doing over there. They're just, I don't know. So for folks that don't know, St. Mary's Lake, they closed down the parking lot, which includes the boat launch. So nobody's been able to fish that at all this year. I know Eric and Darren have both gone over there quite a bit, and they like literally will drag a kayak for, it's about a mile. That's a long,
This is a
way.
good. This is that. Drag your kayak a mile or up and down that dam.
I've done both, not up and down that dam, but we went over to Gilbert Run back when Coach Jerry and I went over there. It was all shut down, and we had to drag the boat along the dam, then up the dam and over it to get in there to catch nothing but dink, dink, dink fish. I teased it a little bit earlier. I'm going to tease it a little bit. Joe, you've talked about the fact that I'm lining myself up to get some boats, and we're sitting here talking about why is Brian
I have
buying,
7 on order for you.
why am oh my god why is
Don't
why
tell
is,
Carrie.
why is Brian buying all of this stuff for different boats?
I guess I should give you. I have another one.
Yeah,
I guess I should give you. I need to get some.
I'm going to have a lot of their boats. So just to spill the beans a little bit, I want to crack the lid a little bit. Everybody knows I live right up on St. Leonard Creek at the top end, and I've had my guide license, my Type L. which is a kayak guiding license. I've had that for almost a year now, and I've never really done anything with it. But I think next year I am going to open up a guide service. No, I am not thinking about it. I am going to open up a guide service come the spring, and it's going to be a little different in that you can come with.
He's not actually going to guide you.
All you really need is a fishing license. I'm going to do very
push him out. Let him go.
top end, high end. Going to have 3 pedal kayaks on the pier with tackle, with fish finders, with the whole 9. So if you want to come catch some St. Leonard Creek fish, I'm going to be able to put you on them. You can either come and the guide service is actually optional. I'm going to put the boats on the pier. You can come and rent the boat for a day, or you can rent the boat and actually ask me to go out and guide you for a few hours. Now, this is where it gets a little different, Joey. I'm going to guide in 4-hour blocks, but you get a boat for a whole day. So I think it's a fantastic way to.
Could I theoretically go all day and say, I want you at 11, 2, 4?
I'd do it, because if I'm going to be there, I'm going to be there. It'd be fine.
But you got to come get me at the other side of the creek.
That'd be fine, too. I'll probably have people that want to do that. So what you'll be able to do is you start your fishing day when you want. You got that boat all day. I'll go out with you in the morning, get you on some fish, and then say you want to go have lunch at Vera's. You just beach the boats, have some lunch at Vera's, and then go fish again. And you don't need me anymore. I'll show you where the fish are. Or it's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful creek for some scenic things and some tour things. It's got Jefferson Patterson down at the end. There's a lot of history wrapped around St. Leonard Creek with Joshua Barney and the flotilla battles that took place on St. Leonard Creek. There's a ton of history there. So from a scenic perspective, a photography perspective, that is also something that we'll offer. So tours and photography excursions where it's a nice pedal boat. You don't have to be hands-on with a paddle. You can really go out. I think it lends itself well to somebody who wants to go out with a camera and enjoy it. So the website is almost done. I've got it sort of behind the scenes. You've seen the logo that I've worked up there, Joey. Everything we're doing is top-notch. You'll be able to come in and just for a few bucks a day, be able to have a good time on the creek. Enjoy it. Hey, Paul is here. Your dad is here. So Joey's.
I thought you were just going to tease about that.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
Well, you got 3 Titan 10.5s coming. You got the. My dad's got Grey Goose too.
He's got what?
Grey Goose.
That color. Color. Yeah. It's a nice color.
I got that color. Jerry wanted that color. Jerry decided to stay.
He's staying in the Hobie world.
Yeah. Anyway.
Well, once you go Hobie, you.
Charles has, Chris has. Everyone's got Grey Goose.
Well, it's because it's an awesome color.
Yeah.
I didn't really care what color I got, but I wanted them all to
You
match.
all match.
Yeah.
I do like the copperhead. The copperhead in the green, they've all grown on me because I was supposed to get green.
Yeah.
And then I did the Instagram stock and I fell in love with green. And then they, literally the day they picked it up, they told me I had Grey Goose.
Mm-hmm.
But I had Grey Goose. It's a good looking boat.
So we'll have 3 Titan 10.5s sitting on the pier ready for people to take out and fish or, do whatever you want to with.
Do their thing.
Do your thing. And hopefully it'll go over well. It's not something that, we'll see how it goes. I don't know how it's going to go. And, the key is the boats are going to be first class, pedal boats, and bam, you've got everything you need at your fingertips. Show up with a fishing license or your cameras or whatever's that you want for the day, and we'll put you out there on the water.
I might just go to have you do all the work for me that I'm used to doing for everyone else.
Yeah.
Like I was every time I take everyone out, it's a lot of work.
It is.
I'm just going to.
It is a lot of work.
It's going to come up there. I'm going to hire you for the day.
So what I'm going to do, it's when I take folks out, my intent and my plan is I'm standing by. I'm right there. I got radios to put on the boats so people can be in communication, little handhelds with their vests, and, everything's right there. But I want to be by their side. I'm not planning to fish, but what I want to do is if somebody's out there and they get a gummed up rod, you need something retied, you're handing it off to me and then you're taking back off. I want to really maximize their experience and make it something.
I did that last weekend with a coworker.
Yeah,
literally sat with him just to make sure he caught fish.
Yeah,
traded him rods. just like you're saying. It was enjoyable though. I like taking people out and like the day my dad finally got to go out with us in his second casting on that nice redfish. That was more exciting to me than everyone always said. Oh, didn't catch a fish, but at a point it is though. You can take someone out and put them on fish like that.
And it's funny. I'm reading some of the comments that Justin said. I was just telling my buddy today I was going to see if you do guide services. Thinking about having me take them out, but that's something like and Justin, I don't know if you heard it or not, but I mean you can come. And I think it's to be $100, $120 a day. You get the boat for the whole day.
Yeah.
So
or for $100, I'll rent you a Titan 10.
Yeah, you come
or for
out,
a little bit more, Brian will go with you.
you come out, and if you need me to guide, you don't. Because if you don't want me to guide, that's fine. Here's a map of where to catch fish. I'll tell you where they are. And put you on them. So there's a bunch of options there, but you got the boat for the whole day. There's no pressure. There's no you got to be back by whatever time. It's just, dude, go have fun, catch fish. And I was looking at my Instagram, and I was telling my wife, I was like scrolling back through my Instagram because I post a lot of pictures of fish. I was like, yeah, I caught a lot of fish this fall out in that creek. I mean, literally, you would go out and catch in 2 hours, 15, 20 rockfish. And it was just a lot of fun, and part of me was like, what? Now I feel like I have an offering that I can take people out on the water, and they could really have a good time catching fish. You don't have to be an angler, but if you are, you're really going to enjoy it. If you're uninitiated, then you're really going to have a good time with it too. So, that's where we're at.
It's funny you say that. And I'm not trying to take away your glory.
No, that's good.
It just I've had a neighbor of mine who says, I feel like I need to pay you a monthly fee or retainer fee to learn our creek, like a subscription, and then like the Mill Creek subscription fee. It'll require a weekly fishing report, monthly newsletter, and 2 trips a month. Seems about right. He said, "Name your price."
Yeah, I think there's people out there that would enjoy that.
Yeah.
And it's kind of
at a certain point they'll learn, and then.
Well, here's the
your
thing.
creek isn't a normal access creek though.
Yeah, it's really hard to get on St. Leonard Creek.
I've heard from 2 people that the mouth of St. Leonard Creek is fishing really well.
Oh, it always fishes well.
Now.
Yeah, it always fishes well. It's a bit of a paddle or pedal.
Where can you launch? Could you go up to?
You can launch from Jefferson Patterson.
Yeah,
but you're dragging your boat like over a hill and down a cliff and onto a beach, and it's not a launch. It's sort of like a beach launch, but it's.
So I've only used a paddleboard in and out of there. I don't remember.
It's not easy to get to. Then your other option would probably be Vera's. But I'm not sure.
You're not much far away from Vera's.
No, I'm less than a quarter of a mile paddle away from Vera's.
So what's the point in launching your house versus?
Yeah, well, I mean, no. If somebody was looking for someplace to launch, if somebody said, I want to bring my boat and go down there, but I'm not sure if Vera's even offers their services as a launch, the marina as a launch. I'm not sure where they stand with that. So those are really the only 2 places on St. Leonard Creek, and when you get south of Vera's. The creek is literally just full of the houses go away. It's farms. It's open water. It's points. It's beautiful fishing. And, dude, if the redfish show up like we're talking about they may do next year.
Wait till you have a snakehead back in there in that marsh.
So I've heard we have snakehead in the top end of the creek, but I have never seen them. End. I know, but I've never seen them.
Well, they're in the water. Seen them. You freaking lizard man or whatever.
So Justin had a question, is that per boat or per person? That's going to be, I haven't really figured out the pricing, but it's going to be per boat for rentals, and then I'll be a separate fee for the guide services. So you can come in with a certain number of people, and then, we're going to figure that out. But, yeah.
No, sorry, I'll finish. Sorry.
That's okay.
I don't want to forget.
So I'll have some pricing information on the website, and I'm still working it out. Justin, maybe we can do a little aside, and maybe I'll throw some prices across. I'm still trying to figure out rates of what that's going to look like, but it's there. Justin also said he got the last Chesapeake Angler magazine last Saturday at Anglers. Thanks, I appreciate. He was on the brag board. That's right. It's awesome showing it to people. That was last month. Oh, he got.
You're basically on January now, aren't you?
He got the last one. Oh, that's what he means. He got the last one off the rack. Yeah, they're flying out the door.
I'm out of the shop.
December.
I keep one of mine. I always put in the front. And then when they're out, because I ripped off the front half.
Well, December. I'm waiting my shipment for December magazines coming tomorrow. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. You're basically getting ready to start January.
I'm going to be thinking about January issue.
Yeah.
It's a great way to
We'll be doing June.
while away the
wish.
year. Okay. Well, enough of all of that. Hey, Joey.
The one thing I'm going to add really quick, since we're going over a lot of weird stuff, and I think it needs to be people need to be educated, whatever you want to. So like we were talking about Garmin's and stuff, and I went through it myself 2 months ago, and recently with my neighbor Steve. What goes into setting one of those up? Like these units are a really good deal, $150. You're gonna spend $100 on a battery setup, and I highly recommend Dakota Lithium after doing my research, listening to you, hearing about these weird things. There's some other nice lithiums though, but I think Dakota's got it figured out. And then it's another $40 for the you're gonna want it set up nice. The Yak Attack system is the best, so it's a little bit more than you're spending about double on accessories with like this one. Or double total.
Trust me, I know.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there. I've got the spreadsheet. It's quite the investment to actually launch this little operation.
So between the battery, you're going to get a battery dry box. Something like Dick's has those dry boxes for like $20. You get all the wiring and stuff.
You get them cheaper on Amazon.
You get cheaper on Amazon?
Yeah.
I got mine for mine was sitting in my thing for 2 years. I just happened to have it.
Yeah.
I got through-hole ports. They're like $20 for like a bag of 2 or 4. And then if you're not doing it, you're paying someone. Like if you're bringing it to me to install them, I charge by the hour.
Yeah.
I've done quite a few over time, so I'm decent at it. That's also why I haven't put holes in mine yet, because I've learned from experience with making sure it's set up right with a new boat. I mean, Native hit it out of the park with the Slayers, and the Slayer is perfect boat for setting up stuff, but Titan's a little different beast. So I just wanted to put it out there. I think that should be put on a lot of stuff when you're going to shop for these.
Yeah.
You're going to spend a lot on
the aftermarket stuff, the after accessories, the things that you need to actually make it something that you can, and I put a lot of thought into which fish finder, because I needed something that was simple to operate, that I could put people on fish, and really, what they needed to know was water depth and temperature, and that combined with the fact that, as much as I'm fishing the creek, I know where they are, so that's a part of my plan, is to really know it inside and out, and I think I do, and be able to put people on fish. We never even talked about what you're drinking tonight.
I'm on a Moscow Mule now. A lot of salt, a lot of lime.
Really? Oh, that sounds good.
I'm making it myself. I can do what I want.
Kill me.
Actually, I only had that much vodka left. I have about half the normal amount of vodka I use. I love lime and salt together. I usually put hot sauce in here too. A little
hot sauce in a mule?
Oh yeah.
Really?
That's a nice kick.
Try that.
Have you ever put jalapeno in there too?
Sounds good.
Oh yeah. If you want to burn a sphincter later, you will do that.
I don't want that. I checked the live stream real
just
quick. Justin says he got a nice striper out of Stansbury Quarry, 5.5 pound, like 25. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, everything's bragboard worthy, dude. Yeah, legit. Send me pictures. Everybody send me pictures. He's looking for more issues of November. I might have to hook you up with those, because I think they're probably gone off the stands, but I've usually hold a few back in case people are looking for them. So reach out to me in one of the social places, and we'll figure out a way to get some more magazines from November in your hands. I know Joey collected a whole bunch of them when he's in them all the time. So I don't think you're not in December. You're not in December.
I'll tell you what, Dave loves taking that out and showing everyone when he comes to the store, whether it's my cover one or the bragboard photos. Or I don't think I was ever on bragboard. I don't know. I've been on multiple spots.
You've been in bragboard.
I've been on bragboard, and I was on like a little section
you were
of
my centerfold at one point.
Well, yeah, that's what I was saying. That's the one where we rip the front half off, and it always stays up front. We don't let people take it.
You got it behind glass.
You walk in the store, and it's like, oh, that looks like that guy that's back there. Anyway, it's cool. I like that you have everyone on there. The bragboard's awesome. Everyone loves that.
Yeah, I actually want to increase that. I want to increase.
You should just do a whole bragboard episode one time. You got to pay, whatever
you got to
you got to make up the cost of the advertisement.
You got to pay the man.
$20 a photo.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but some people would pay that though.
No,
they get a magazine and show all their friends.
No, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, I'm the cover photo.
News bites. I got some news things that are interesting. The Maryland Department of Natural Resources survey teams have been out electrofishing to study populations in different places throughout the state. They are finding, especially in the freshwater locations, great and healthy populations of largemouth crappie and other sport fish. And this is the point that I wanted to bring up, that unfortunately they have found some unwanted invasive fish in some of these places as well. Northern snakeheads, where they have not been before, have now been discovered and confirmed by DNR in Loch Raven, Little Seneca Lake, Tuckahoe Lake, and Johnson's Pond. All of this is just from back in October. Yeah. So I think all of these
I was
places.
reading the next sentence.
Yeah, a lot of these places people have talked about them before. The one that worries me the most is Johnson's Pond. That's if you're familiar with Johnson's Pond over in Salisbury. That is a world-class largemouth fishery that it will destroy. The snakehead will, just like they've done in Blackwater, the snakehead will destroy the largemouth population in Johnson's Pond, which is devastating. And this is the one, you just read ahead. One pleasant surprise was a 41-inch tiger muskie they caught at Tridelphia. That,
Ooh.
could you imagine?
I was just talking to my dad about that. Not that exact thing, but
a big old muskie, tying into a big old muskie. Woo!
I think our goals when he has his Titan is
Yeah.
to go up to some of that in the Potomac,
Yeah.
some muskie.
I'll tell you what, that's something I have never fished.
I might be
for nor
scared if I
caught.
catch a 41-inch muskie with the.
I love watching Christine Fisher on YouTube.
Yeah, she's a huge muskie angler when she's not doing KBF.
When she's not fishing tournaments, man, she's all about the muskie. And wow.
Love to catch a muskie, 20-foot boat, whatever. Don't know what I would do if I caught a 41-inch muskie in my
kayak. But she bounces all over that pro angler like it's like a floating.
And I know
barge.
it's a stable boat, but
I
you put a 350-pound, 6'6" man, he's going to react different. She was able to
I just watch her get when she launches a boat. So if you watch one, especially day one videos from tournaments, she does such a great job with the tournaments, and it's a whole lot of fun. But she just takes that boat, she slides it into water, and she'll literally take a running start and just launch herself up onto the bow of the boat, and then just start walking around it from side to side and all over the place. And to watch her set the hook on a fish, how she doesn't come out of that boat, I have no idea. She just leans back, and there it is. So.
I mean, I don't want to toot our horns, but wait till you get on a Titan.
Yeah.
You feel like you could do that to it. Her boat's a whole different boat.
Yeah,
I don't even know if that's a boat.
I'm excited about having those boats, having good stable boats for people
the
too. 'Cause
stability is amazing.
We talked about whether it was Slayers or the Titans were better, and for this kind of an operation, and you push.
Can't go wrong.
You can't go wrong.
Especially
with the
since
Titan.
you have your setup and you're not moving it.
Yeah. Yeah,
You guys are gonna love those boats.
Well, the other thing I'm going to do, and
I assume you're gonna fish out of it too.
I'll just to keep the boats in rotation. So, the other thing I'm going to do with I've got an unused on my pier. I've got an unused boat lift. I'm actually going to turn that into a wet dock, so that when somebody comes down there and they want to launch a boat, the boats will actually be on runners. You just will actually hit the button. The boat will just lower itself right into the water, and you float right off the skids, and off you go. So it's going to be super easy launch, super safe launch. That's my objective and my plan. So that should help a whole lot. So I am not a hunter, Joey. You are not a hunter. Do you hunt? Have you hunted? I mean, I have. I used to love to dove hunt, and
no, I've hunted with my dad. I think.
It's never really appealed to me. But I know that a lot of our listeners probably are, so that Maryland deer firearms hunting season opens on November 28th, which is just a few days from now. Maryland Department of Natural Resources has announced that the 2-week firearms hunting season for Sika and white-tailed deer opens November 28th and runs through December 12th. This is interesting, though. New this year, deer hunters may use rifles and handguns that employ straight-walled cartridges in all counties. So I'm not a firearms guy. I don't know what that straight-walled cartridge. Do you understand?
I was looking at the live feed. New.
Sunday
Rifles
deer
and
hunting
handguns that
is
employ
also
straight-
available in all 3 counties for the deer firearms season.
In all counties.
So,
all counties?
all counties. Sunday deer hunting is available in all but 3 counties for the deer firearms season. So there you go.
I feel like some of our counties are not prone to do well with rifles. But
Yeah.
maybe a straight.
I think there's something.
I know
about
way more about shotguns than rifles. I'm
There's
not
a
rifle.
limiting factor in the range on
And
something.
I don't know
that's
much about shotguns.
Probably what it is. It's a velocity thing.
Speaking of hunting, though, I was thinking about hunting this morning.
What?
I'm actually not a big. I've never been wanted to be a big hunter. I love going skeet shooting and all. I mean, I've been pheasant hunting with my dad, but I think it was the whole smoker kick. I was like, it'd be nice to be a little self-sufficient, but I also don't want to. I don't want to shoot and clip a deer.
you know me. I've got a whole herd of deer that literally live at my back door.
I feel like I could rack one on my way home one day and let it put in the back of the truck, and my neighbors might freak out. But
You can get a road tag.
a what?
A road tag. If you kill a deer kill on the road, yeah, you can get a road tag.
No,
for
see, I don't want to hit a deer. I've had deer run into me.
They'll
and I've hit a
destroy
deer
your
once.
truck, but.
So
Sean actually piped in straight walled refers to the case. Yeah, I get the cartridge, but what makes it different that allows that to actually now be hunted in every county in the state? That seems odd, but circling back through.
That almost scares me as a mountain biker, kind of close.
Yeah, Watershed. Think about Frederick Watershed.
Yeah,
places like that.
I was on the creek Sunday, and someone was popping off a 22, and I was out in I call it the hollow. It's an area up the creek where it opens up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
It's a really nice little area. Real beautiful houses, and someone kept popping off a 22, and I couldn't tell where it was coming from. I was starting to be like, oh, right.
Yeah.
I don't know where this thing's. I don't know if they're shooting squirrels or.
I get that all the time over on the creek.
And it was 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, put some clothes on and go to church. I'm out here fishing. I don't know. Yeah, it was definitely a 22, and while they're not powerful or anything, I don't want to get hit by one. I've been shot by a BB gun and that hurts.
Over in the live stream, do we have muskie in Maryland? Justin was asking about muskie, and Kyle said, yeah, you got to go to Western Maryland.
You should look up Eastern Trophies on YouTube.
Look up what?
William Eastern Trophies. William's like a coach, teacher at, what was that school in Remember the Titans? T.C. Williams or whatever. Anyway, he works at the school that's from the movie.
Okay.
And he's a fishing guide. And I don't know when this guy sleeps. He's the hardest working man. He's always at shows when I go to him, fly fishing wise, but he runs a really successful float business. And he destroys the tiger muskie on the Potomac and some of these tributaries. Cool. And he's got some good videos, and he's had some really nice fish this year with the muskie. So if you want to learn a little bit more about tiger muskie, Eastern Trophies,
Eastern Trophies. I'll see if I can find a link for it.
William's a cool guy. He's like I said, if he's not teaching or coaching field hockey, whatever he does, he's running trips, and he runs trips all over. And then when he's not doing that, he's up till 4 a.m. tying flies, and he sells so many flies. He has his own designs.
Vampires don't sleep.
Or he stayed up till midnight, and he wakes up at 3. He's at the post office dropping off another shipment. He's a cool guy. Yeah.
So we have got. I hope we still have people in the live stream that want to jump in. I think we've got some fantastic this or that's this week.
I'm not looking yet.
Don't look. And I really, really, really hope that folks over in the live stream want to participate, because I think this is going to be a lot of fun.
Peanut butter, that's my first answer.
The first item on this week's This or That, Joey, stuffed ham or oyster stew?
Oyster stew.
Easy.
I never got to the Southern Maryland stuffed ham.
Don't do the stuffed ham thing, huh? Not at all?
No, as much as I'm embracing that I've lived in Maryland since I was 2 years old. I finally embracing I'm a Marylander, but I don't do the stuffed ham. I love oysters.
I would probably agree with you, although I do really like stuffed ham. But if it's come down between stuffed ham and oyster stew, I would go with the oyster stew. In fact, I just picked up, again, another shout out for Captain Smith. I just picked up my quart today. Oyster stew is being made, but at the same time, I picked up 1.5 pounds of stuffed hams. I was sitting there thinking today, it's what's this? What is a good Maryland thing? And it's well, duh, you just did it today. There's a good choice. So,
Philip says, "Hi guys, there's a comment about guide service that I missed something. Fishing was good today. Again, hence my lateness." And he said, "Oyster stew all day."
Absolutely.
Sean said oyster, And my dad said 40 plus muskie and pike are tops on my bucket. Yeah, my dad's
We a little behind.
been wanting to do a muskie pike trip for a long time.
Yeah, you've talked about that for a while. I've heard you talk
Yeah, I
about
want
that.
to. I want to get some of the books in.
You were like this year, the year of 2020
Was redfish.
was the year of Joey Whisperer talking about redfish. So do I hear you talking about muskie for 2021?
No, I want to take
Did
my
you
dad on a
just-
trip to like Wisconsin.
I know, but this is kind of the same way the whole redfish thing started. You just started
Actually,
talking a little bit about it
not-
here, a little bit about it there.
I bet planning 2022 would probably be the appropriate thing.
Okay, all right. Well. And yeah, Phil. Yeah, you maybe want to go back and watch or listen. There's a new guide service. It's going to come in the spring of 2021.
I gave away your kayak.
Yeah. That one of us will be operating, and Joey's got his hands full, so you know who it might be.
I'm referring all my stuff to Brian.
There we go. Second item on this or that, the Maryland state flag or any other stupid state flag.
I just said I'm starting to embrace the Maryland. I hate the Maryland. I hated the Marylander thing, but I also have in the back of my truck like a Labrador Retriever with a flag and a trout, or a striper. I don't know. I love the Maryland thing now.
The Maryland flag is legitimately the most badass state flag there is.
It's probably one of the most iconic, like as
Yeah.
far as people in their states.
And timeless too.
Yeah.
Timeless. It's just it's held up. It's modern. It's not. It's just I don't know. It is whoever designed. I'd love to actually know the backstory on the state flag.
I like to
know who
we
did
should
it.
look that up.
Yeah, that'd be a great story.
I love the whole Maryland Pride thing now.
Let's see. Maryland hands down.
Yeah.
Yeah, Phil. Absolutely. Best flag ever. There's no doubt about it. Kyle, Maryland flag all day. Sean, Maryland flag. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, and he actually sounds like Sean's like he knows the origin of the flag too. We'll look that up. I'll look that up. Maybe we'll talk about it next week.
There, my friend Dan down in North Carolina, like is a corporate Costco guy.
Mm-hmm.
He said there's some employees down there that have Maryland flag masks. He's like, why are you guys wearing it? He's like, well, the colors are like, it's a cool design. He's
Yeah.
like, you guys from, because he was like, are you guys from Maryland? I used to live there for a couple of years. And they're like, nah, it just look cool.
Yeah. Yeah, and Texas does have an okay flag too. Yeah, I guess so. Maybe not, Kyle.
It's all right.
Third item on this or that, Joey. When you eat crabs, mallet or no mallet?
No mallet.
No mallet, just a knife.
Yeah, just a knife.
Yeah,
I've gotten into the habit. When I was little, I beat the crap out of them, and I've learned no matter how you do it, I always get show with a mallet.
I can't.
I've figured out a method. I watched your video.
I can't figure out the mallet thing. The mallet thing. All you need is the back of your hand just to drive that knife into the claw, and then beyond that, you don't need anything. What is this obsession with the mallet?
You gotta beat something.
You're right. You see, especially little kids. It's like, oh, don't do that to the crab. They'll just lay the crab up there, start banging on it with it. It's just a shell mess. So
you know, I never had crabs.
What? Not for lack of trying.
No.
Many times to get you crabs.
It's I don't know. Just never did.
Never happened.
That, and I think we discovered. Remember, Jessica might have the shellfish thing. So
yeah,
no.
Yeah. And right up there, Kyle, Phil, no mallet. Yeah, you don't need no mallet. You don't need no stinking mallet. You don't need no stinking mallet. And keeping with the same theme, the last item on this week's This or That, newspaper or a fancy roll of table paper when you have your crabs. What do you coat your table with? Get
Newspaper?
a roll or just lay out some newspaper?
I feel like the last few times I've had it, though, at one point in time, my sister's gotten a roll. We've had a roll of something.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, it's newspaper.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you position it right, so then you just.
Yep.
I've had this idea, and I've been saying it for years, like even my mom and dad. I want a table with a hole in the middle.
Sure.
And just.
Yep.
Whatever meal it is.
Yep.
I just hate cleaning up and doing dishes.
So we go back and forth with the newspaper and the roll because some point somebody gave us a roll or brought a roll of the paper, but it's honestly no real difference. I'm a big fan of just the newspaper. But here's one thing that we do. We take a plastic garbage bag, like one of the big contractor bags, and you cut it. And then you lay that on the table, and then you cover that with newspaper. And when you're done, just like you said, it's just rolling that up, and it goes right. Cleanup is so simple and so easy. And we've started to put out like plastic trays So you eat the crab on the plastic tray, and then you just take the tray and right into
Yeah, I feel like lunch trays.
Yeah,
Perfect.
lunch trays. Yeah, that's exactly what we do. Lunch trays. It's like cafeteria lunch trays that are plastic that you can just hose off and hit with some bleach, and you're good to go until the next
Where
time.
was I?
You don't want to use them for anything else because they stink.
There's a new crab house somewhere up Route 2. I've ventured out of Kayak County twice in the last 2 weeks with my dad, which is a big
Lucky
thing.
you had somebody with you.
Yeah, I don't know what to do.
To find your way back.
There's a crab house, and it looks like it's like an old McDonald's. I think it's in Edgewater.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. It's on the right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know if it ever opened because of COVID, but
Yeah.
it's like we actually don't have any crab houses down here as of recent. Solomon's
Abner's
doesn't.
Abner's nothing south. Abner's up north, and Stoney's, I guess you could say.
I wouldn't call that a crab house at all.
No, we don't have a crab house. So
We need like a crab house.
like a crab house.
Yeah.
Like
Crunchy floors. No,
Yeah.
smells horrible. No. Anyway,
I'm
everyone says
surprised you-
fancy rolls,
fancy
and then
rolls.
Justin says old pizza boxes.
The old pizza.
Are you
That's actually
keeping pizza boxes?
That's brilliant. Except that you got to store the old pizza boxes
Oh,
and keep them
God.
somewhere.
Mm.
But that's actually
Keep
pretty
the
smart.
varmints out of that one. You gonna wash it out with a power washer to keep it?
Did you know that pizza boxes are not recyclable?
Yeah, the
Because the food
once you get
grease.
the grease, it'll
Yeah.
ruin a whole batch of when they're
Yeah.
recycling them.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should chuck them in the trash.
So fancy, or keep them for
Oh, man, my-
crabs. Keep those Hey, your dad piped in with
Stuffed
stuffed
ham.
ham. Mm-hmm. There
I
you
didn't.
go.
I actually didn't know he liked stuffed ham.
Well, there you have it.
There you have it.
There you have
Oh,
it.
I do want to give a punch because maybe I didn't tell him either. I got the breakfast sausage from Whole Foods the other day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
That was good.
good stuff.
Yeah, Nick's only had old time sausage, but they had the ground fresh sausage.
I like their country sausage out of Nick's.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's good stuff.
look this way.
Good stuff.
So
So,
Shadow, you got look like you have a black eye.
do I have a black eye?
No, it's Shadow.
I don't have a black
What
eye.
can I say? I eat a lot of pizza.
Look this way. Look that way. Look this way. You got anything else, Joey? That anything going on the social places?
Oh, no.
on the yak
So
anglers.
What I was going to say
or-
earlier, we were talking about it on the way up to Annapolis the other day,
Mhm.
is maybe April, depending on COVID, will be the first yak angler meetup.
Okay.
But the reasons being, my dad pointed out we should do it like a Gilbert Run.
Mm-hmm.
Should get a pavilion. It's like $100 a day.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have the Production Adventure Center rent a pavilion, and we'll have a big meetup, and we can pre-cook some food and then cook it again.
Mm-hmm.
Get some chicken and burgers
Warm it
ready,
up.
and then just have a big old barbecue.
That sounds good.
I don't
to
know
me.
if we'll be limited to 10 people at that point in time.
We could do 10 people at one pavilion, 10 people at another. I don't know.
We'll rotate in, but that sounds like that'd be a lot of fun.
Once the vaccine gets here and we get herd immunity.
I already got the flu shot.
So I got my flu shot.
My
It's gonna be
first adult flu shot.
Really?
Yep.
You've never gotten a flu shot?
I honestly think it's a gimmick, and they're
No,
putting
no.
microchips in me from the government.
Well, I can see you glowing.
I'm half and half on that. I was like, I think it's a fake. Anyway,
I think it's going to be a great flu year. I don't think anybody's going to get the flu. Everybody's wearing masks, and washing your hands all the time. I don't think everybody's getting a flu vaccine. Nobody's.
yeah. Anyway, he pointed. I think that'd be fun.
Yeah,
We could
it
probably
would be.
do something similar at St. Mary's Lake.
It
There's
would be
not the
different.
same setting as
Yeah.
like Gilbert Run has it set up.
Yeah. You're not going
Um,
to catch many fish, but at the same time, the setting.
I think it's more of the
Yeah.
the ambiance.
Yeah. And everybody, it's like everybody can bring their kayaks, and we could have car guys have their shows where everybody's
Oh,
just
yeah.
sitting around in their
It's
car.
like cards and coffee.
Yeah.
Oh, we should-
Yeah.
Yaks and coffee.
Yaks and coffee.
Oh.
It's everybody sitting around at their kayak, and it's not even actually going in
Hey.
the water. It's just
Yeah,
kind
hey,
of
what do you
hanging
think
out
of
there.
that?
That'd actually work. That'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah, Sean, let me know the vaccine. See, I'm telling you, it's just I think it's government stuff. I'm all about people wearing masks and being safe, but I think the vaccine, we're gonna have a zombie land soon.
I'm going to be Sean. I'm actually right there with you, buddy. I want everybody else to get the vaccine so that I don't have to worry about it. But
I don't plan on getting it ever.
I'll need it to be proven before.
Proven.
Like,
Oh, you'll need it to be proven.
yeah, I'll need it to be proven that it's.
I mean, I don't want to get way off.
We
scene
could go
here.
way off the rails on this. We could go
Anyway, Jess knows I've always
way-
joked, but I'm half and half on I think that's the government.
I don't know. I think it's going to take a while for it to be considered safe. So I don't know.
I thought they needed like a solid year testing on it. Anyway.
I don't know. I don't want to go there.
It's just like kayaks. You know, I had an early run of a Native Slayer Propel, which didn't work. The mold had a little issues. Was fixed after everything else I saw. Anyway,
anything that's new needs to work the bugs out.
Yeah, kind of like when you don't buy a car the first year. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's funny because I just said about the kayak. Yeah, we're getting way sidetracked, but yeah, yaks and coffee would be fun.
Yeah, yaks and coffee.
And I want to do a saltwater version. I've turned into a saltwater man over the years.
I'm there.
I think that's about it.
Is it for you?
By the next episode, I will have a new run of fishing kayaks for the store.
Score.
Phil's kayak will be here next Tuesday. I got him some stuff from Yak Attack. I got stock Yak Attack stuff. I got black packs coming in. I got different rod holders.
You're gonna be
stocking up. I got a whole.
You could be a full-on.
I forgot how much
kayak shop.
I'm just trying to bulk up our kayak shop this year.
Mm-hmm.
There's a company, Suspends, who does all the bells and whistles with paddle holders, storage, wheels, which I'm going to try for my kayak instead of Boondocks. I'm getting my spring order Monday.
Nice.
They're like, so we'll give you the same dating, but if you want it now, you can take it.
Why not?
It's like thousands of dollars of stuff my cost.
Yeah, but you know.
So I'm taking it because I want it a month before. I'll get it a month before Christmas.
Yeah.
And otherwise, I'm not paying. I mean, the paying it is whatever. We always pay ahead of time.
You need to take some pictures once you get everything out in display.
Mm-hmm.
You need to take some pictures and put them out on social places.
Oh yeah, no, I'm gonna market the crap out of it.
Yeah. That'd be cool.
So I got Suspends. I don't have a whole lot of Yak Attack, but I have enough to start stocking, and so on. And I'm still waiting on Stole Quest. Like I said, I've spent a lot of money for the paddle sports.
I love how you Paul.
Yeah, he's really late.
He's like really late.
But he might have came back and rewatched because he said the same thing about macaroni earlier.
Pop it in the live stream late.
Yeah.
Like, hey, look at me. We're just joking. We're just having fun.
So, yeah, I'll have the limited edition Bonafide because Charles, I'm really bad at responding. Sometimes I'll read something and I forget to respond. I got to respond to Charles because
We're all that way.
Might not want the limited. We're back and forth, but I'll have that in the limited Slayer Max, which I don't think will last long. Yeah. They might last till spring. I don't know, but
who knows anymore?
I got sidekicks coming in from Native, which I've been on back order for everyone. I got all kinds of stuff that'll be here next week. Next week's gonna be a cool week.
I think that people are going to jump on stuff because they're fearful that it won't be available in the spring, which is smart.
Well, there's also like I'm looking at the used side. Like I've seen, there's a guy who has an RS 127 or an SS 127 and a Titan 12 on Facebook right now in our area, like Prince Frederick, and he wants $2,800 for a Titan 12. Wow. Now he does have a seat riser and a sidekick on it, but I mean that's a lot.
All right,
that's just about MSRP on everything.
Well, you can get it right now. You can get it. So we'll see if it sells. So that's the kick, you know.
Yeah, so the only thing is you can get it now.
Yeah.
I got lucky with some boats and I got them pretty quick. Like Philip's boat wasn't as long as I thought.
Yeah.
And my dad's is short, and then it is what it is.
Anything else?
No, like I said, next week's actually going to be a really cool week in the shop kayak-wise for accessories and boats and bells and whistles, and I geeked out on a lot of weird Yak Attack stuff coming in to see what it's like in person, and I asked them to send me some extra stuff. I don't know. It's going to be a cool week.
Good deal.
So, Thanksgiving.
How folks can get in touch with us, facebook.com/Angler Magazine Chesapeake. I'd love to pump up the Facebook number, so if you don't like the Facebook page yet, hop over there and give me a like there, please. Instagram @Chesapeake Angler is the magazine, and you can find me @BN Rains. Joey, how can folks get in touch with you on the gram?
Joey Sikorsky 24, or just find me tagged in Brian stuff.
Or Pack Paddles, right?
Oh, yes, sorry, Pack Paddles.
Pack Paddles. I got you, buddy. YouTube.com/Chesapeake Angler to check out all that stuff. And I'm getting ready to start going back through all the video stuff that I did over the course of the season and going to be my winter uploads. So not only are we going to keep doing this, we're going to actually have
You can do some more Old Town hacks?
No, I don't think so. I don't think I have any more of those. And, of course, you can read the e-magazine online at ChesapeakeAnglerMag.com. And the December issue will be on the newsstands That's such a stupid
The
term.
newsstands?
The newsstands. They're not going to be any. There are no newsstands that the magazine's going to be on. You'll be able to find them in tackle shops and gas stations and restaurants and places like that. That's where you find the magazine, not on a newsstand. And then actually, I've also heard that the magazine, once you've read it, it makes a great
Crab.
for crabs. You can eat crabs on top of it because it is a slick magazine. So that's that. Until next week, everybody, we will talk to you again. Have a great, safe, and fantastic small group Thanksgiving.
Don't be calling that phone number.
That's right. Okay, guys. Love you. Bye.
Love you, bye. I'm going to call on people I don't care about. Don't care too much about. No. People I don't care too much about. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know.
Hey, remember Bobby? He pissed me off last week.
Hey, everybody in the live stream, thanks for hanging out. Justin, Paul, Kyle, Sean, Phil. I don't know. There's other people in here, too.
Subscriber, I'll call on you.
Thank you much, guys. It's been a fun episode, and we'll see you again next week. Have a safe and happy Thanksgiving.